Have you ever seen a village where the locals wait for 16 years to celebrate an ancient festival? While we were exploring the Oki Islands, we stumbled upon a festival in a tiny village called Toyoda, and we saw sacred demons and dragons to ancient drummings, and it felt like we stepped right into a different era. Check this out. We finally made our way into Toyoda Village. It was a sunny morning with the harbour sitting right there. The spring sun was finally out and we could see the cherry blossoms. We headed straight for the local shrine, which is really where the heart of the village has lived for centuries. Inside, the priest and his ministers were already gathered. Standing there with a massive drum in front of them, it looked like they were preparing for something ancient. Everyone was in position, including the children in their traditional robes, just waiting for the signal to begin. Suddenly, the red demon burst into the circle. With that long nose and wild hair, he began his dance to clear the path of any bad energy. Next, it was the dragon's turn. It had a slow, flowy energy that seemed to fill the entire space. It was fascinating to watch the dragon place its mouth on the villagers' heads. In a lot of Japanese cultures, getting bitten by a dragon or a lion is actually a blessing. They say that the person is brave and will become successful. Then the procession starts. The priest led the way, keeping the rhythm steady as they moved out into the village. They were carrying what's called a mikoshi. It's a portable shrine that actually houses the local deity during the festival. It reminded us so much of the Devata procession we had seen back in Himachal, in India. That same powerful energy of carrying the gods through the streets. The entire procession was now heading straight for the water, the lifeline of these islands. The procession finally reached the harbour. This is where the ritual took a turn we weren't expecting. They carefully hoisted the mikoshi onto a yacht. In these islands, the deity doesn't just bless the land, it has to bless the sea too. The atmosphere then turned incredibly quiet. The villagers knelt on the concrete, bowing as the protector prepared to leave the shore. Then another group arrived. Wearing traditional robes and headbands, they looked like they stepped straight out of the history book. They began this rhythmic chant, pulling on a rope to maneuver the boat. The leader would call out a verse, and the rest of the crew would roar back in response. With the chanting echoing across the water, the yacht finally untied its lines and began to drift away from the pier. The small rowing boat then took the lead, guiding the yacht across the bay. They eventually reached a far shore, taking the blessing of the shrine to the other side of the water. With the water crossing complete, the procession moved back onto the land. It was one of the most unique things we had ever seen. Moments like this always made us curious about how this journey is adding to Imai's life. It's a lot for little guy to take in. But we hope these early lessons would stay with him. If nothing else, this video would be there to remind him of this incredible world he's part of. Toyoda is a beautiful town that sat right on the edge of the water, guarded by this lighthouse. And just besides this lighthouse was Akiya coast. The cliffs and the ocean views from here were just gorgeous. Locals told us that this isn't just a geological wonder, it's a place of birth. A goddess chose this exact spot to rest and bring new life into this world. In Oki Islands, the landscape isn't just scenery. It's a living part of the Kojuki, the oldest story Japan has ever told.
Thank you.
This Kuniga coast, we are the only people here.
My God, what a kick-ass view. It's a beautiful hike.
It's a beautiful day. And we'll be doing this tomorrow. We'll do this tomorrow in the morning. Now,
let me check it out. I'll confirm it with my 70 to 200 mm telephoto lens.
okay, bye. I'll do the rest of the planning myself.
Or do you want me to send the drone?
No, it's okay. Get lost.
Cut.